afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching in the world. It's not a good morning. It's a rough one. And I just woke up, slept in, didn't get it done. Uh, we'll see if I'm talking to myself here because I'm waiting for it to load and it looks like everything's going on my end with the uh, the ads running as well as we're picking those up. And I'll see how that all influences exactly how I'm talking about and whether when people skip, they actually get to me partway through. In any event, wow, what a rough one. I am going to catch up. I did catch up on the goal, 11, 12th minute. Nice little header into the opposite net on a crossover. And it looks like this one's been dominated. Howdy, gang. My apologies. I was so looking forward to this and was clearing the schedule and blasting things off. No, the voice hasn't woken up yet. It's going to take some time to get there. So good news. And like Brenton said early on, let's hope that I'm not the bad news. Sheldon's here. Nice to see you. It looks like everybody's been taxiing in. It's going to be a long day of football for me. We got this one. We've got the Wrexham game to follow here, which I'm going to have to scramble to put the graphics together. I didn't for this one. I was planning to, but didn't happen. White kit, I say screw the superstition. I say screw superstition. And this one's been bad luck for a while. So, but Brendan's got the summary there for us. Oh, and because I've got I expanded my window thinking that it was going to work, but it doesn't. It looks like it was a scramble for a big chunk of it. So for those of you who have been dialed in, if you are tuning in, it does say I follow below. And it is available to iFollow. But for everybody who's living around the world, there's no blackout for this one. The 3 p.m. blackout is off the list. And so this one, ours, and all of the others are on DAZN. So I don't know if I'm going to follow on iFollow or on DAZN. We'll see which one's faster for the Wrexham match. And I don't have the lineups up or anything for this one, which I should definitely be doing, so that I can follow along exactly what's happening, and we'll go from there. Goodman, the Canadian, potentially, goalkeeper, sitting there for Colchester doing his thing. He has been with the English U21s. He's qualified to play for Nigeria, and he's also, because he was born in Canada, can play over there with us, over here with us. And so somebody I've been trying to keep an eye out, but obviously with a 1-0 lead season, not the best. So Goldman, the keeper for Colchester, with all those options. You'll have to ask me, you'll have to tell me what has this looked like as far as, Keller Dunn stirring the drink as you'd anticipate. Atkins up front, and then we've got Flint in the back doing his thing, and whether that magic has been there. Yeah, and it looks like the shots on goal are actually equal, which is fascinating to me. Hall with the throw in, and I guess I don't have to give as much color commentary this one. You guys will have to let me know. I think everybody's got it up. If you don't have it up, let me know. US, ESPN Plus, Australia, Bind, Canada, DAZN, the UK, Sky Sports. As far as I'm aware, it's essentially everywhere as DAZN does a bit of a circle spin for me. I did not send my wife for a spa day, but what I did do was my parents are down to take the boys, so hopefully that affords her some respite. And as long as I can hear them stirring, I can get them in here in short order. Turnover, Colchester down the right-hand side. Yeah, it's not surprising to me. To me, this is just a hold on and make it ugly sort of a Wade form day, right? We've seen that, and hopefully that's the play. Bowery gets it opposite side over to Cargill, and it comes back over to Flint now. I've always liked Flint. Brandon knows this. He's always been impressive to me, especially when we were struggling on the back line. I was envious and jealous to look at Mansfield and say, what do we do here? Yeah, I don't want to jinx it by putting that W and G, but I agree with you. I'm nervous about the whole day. It's a massive game for Wrexham against Grimsby, and then I've got he had him on the inside. He didn't even get to him. Now it's in the box. Well done and blocked, and Goodman goes and grabs it. Oh, we'll take that. Massive game at 1 o'clock for us. Canada getting upset by Jamaica, just dropped the ball earlier on this year or late last year, knocked us out of the Gold Cup. And Jamaica put the U.S. under pressure too. They a goal in the first minute and then 3 added time, extra time goals for the U.S. to pull that one out 3-1. But they came back against us and scored 3 in the second half. It was 2-0 up going in, and we just fell apart. So we have Trinidad and Tobago all for the rights to be able to draw into the Copa America, where we're in a pot with. We would be added to a pot with Argentina. So that's Messi playing in Canada was with an Argentinian jersey on is pretty exciting. Increased competition. Plus you've got Peru and Chile, which I think are beatable sides for us. Okay, Ruth, I got it. I will try to pick up and get you going on what's happening here then. And you'll have to forgive me. I'll be a little bit slow on the names. I was hoping to have the graphic to cheat off of, as it is. DAZN does have a sidebar, but we'll be getting caught up as substitutions for Colchester. Samson's got coming in, Hyombi coming out, or Iovine coming out, Tovid coming in. And I've got to go over to the Colchester roster and open that up. Long throw in, Flint's got it. He's going to get it just back to the keeper. Pim's got it now, and I don't know what that was, to be fair. Left 18-yard box crossed in, and Pim has to make a diving save, jumping across in front of goal to grab that one is Tovide asserting himself early. Meant to be a cross, kind of turned into a quasi shot. Not really much on that, was there? Dove across the face, was able to grab it before it became a threat to the man behind. And then that was just ugly. Is that what Mansfield's been doing the whole time? So that was just straight kicked out of bounds on a pass. Missed everybody by a good 2.5 feet. Don't know where it was going. And Colchester will pick that up 35 yards out. And the time wasting begins as the ball is dropped for the other man. Too early for me to tell W&G as to exactly what's happened, but this is the curse of nobody wanting to win this thing. But it's going to draw them back to the pack because you know that somebody's getting points in the Stockport MK Dons game. Cruz and us are going to be licking our chops going into the next game, seeing they've got an opportunity to tighten things up. Oh, what a day. What has Wrexham done to me? We're just sitting here watching a replay here of a ball that's gone out for, I'm assuming that's gone out for a goal kick, and it has. Goodman going to entertain it as the fans are whistling in the background already at the 60th minute, alleging time wasting. And that was a horrible kick straight out of bounds on the right-hand side. This is, Wrexham's got me into this football, that's for damn sure. 4 games in a row. And another bad touch. That one under pressure, if it's forgivable. Oh, Sharky, I haven't updated everything. 59:50. I'll get that up to the 69th minute, and I'll give you the even better news, as I didn't update this. Oh. And maybe this would be a good test. Brendan, so you can tell me this is where I'm at with it, 60th minute, and then you can tell me prior to us getting to the Wrexham match exactly where we are, as we're 10 minutes away from getting the lineup for Wrexham announced. Do we start talking about that with the group that is here? And I'll have to do multitask and put the broadcast shoes on while I'm also trying to do the graphics. No McLean, so Young drawing in. TOC, does he take Young's spot? Does TOC get into the back line? Is he a sub? Bolton's on, obviously. Barnett's in the boot. And up front, the striker duo, it's got to be Palmer, right? If you've seen my statistic, it's got to be Palmer. Undefeated and 1 goal more per game. It's just got to be. Corner kick coming to Mansfield. Corner driving in. Goodman over the back, and it kind of cleared off the header, and Goodman maybe punched it, but it kind of goes part way, still in the box, and it's being headed around. Mansfield's going to grab it outside the box. They've got all their men forward still. 2 men on Keeler Dunn, draws it back to the open man. Keeler Dunn with it again. Is he going to take him on one-on-one? Gets cheated down on by the second man. Up front, Lewis Reed gets it over to the left. That's a Boateng. And of course, I get a spinning circle. Thank you so much. I'm hoping that iFollow's not going to be doing this, because I will tolerate this sort of activity by my provider. Come on. As I go dark. Well, that's a sign to do other things while I wait for it. Did they score? Is that why there's a wow? Having trouble watching this video? Learn more. There is a temporary error with your stream. Of course. So it's going to be definitely iFollow for me, because you wowed the header miss, and I didn't get a header miss because my computer decided to spit up, and I don't know if that's my issue, but we'll jump to the other server and see if one's just having a bad day or what the deal is as we log back in. I hope. Again, all the ads that are coming forward, and that's the other thing to tell me what you guys have. If you get ads on your end, because they should be triggering through the whole day today. I did hear that, and I also heard that because Halifax, again, what is up with Halifax ruining the lives of teams that want to be promoted? Is they have the pushback last weekend, beating Chesterfield, and yanking them from the opportunity to break our record. I mean, I appreciate it. It's awesome. And there's that header misses. Ooh, Goodman just got his paw on that one on a desperate flail to the left, and so corner on the right-hand side, and we're tied 1-1. And then it goes in. Bugger. Well, it's back on, and it's a challenge. I'm hoping this is the worst of it, as I'm bad luck. Hugo, it is ridiculously early, but I mean, well, not ridiculously. It's 7 o'clock in the morning, but the problem is I slept it and fell asleep at 9 o'clock, or sorry, 4 o'clock, and so I don't even know what time it is. That 2 hours of sleep, 2.5 hours of sleep, is all I got last night. Was not a good rest. So treatment being given on the center. It's 1-1. I missed the goal, saw the header off of a second corner. Looks like the first one was saved, went over to the opposite side. Wrexham is playing today. We're up in an hour and a bit. The rosters will be out shortly. I'm just trying to sneak a peek and multitask here. all the stuff that I normally do without having to worry about clicking around or talking. We'll see how well we can multitask here. It does look like everything's working there. And so that just leaves the rosters. It'll come out in about 5 minutes as we draw into this one. 65th minute up the left-hand side. Tavidi, the substitute, not able to get it. It's going to go for a throw on the left-hand side. And Mansfield doesn't appear to be moving. If you've got somebody running like he's running, that's Harry Anderson. He looks like he's struggling. You don't leave him out there anymore to run that one out because he's just not mobile. Up in the air, bouncing around, kicked about. And Brendan, how far back are we? Hey, Sharky, I appreciate you guys being here with us. Wrexham's playing today. Yes, 8 o'clock. Hoping for a Crawley Town win against Tranmere this afternoon. I'll take that. It's non-consequential to me, David, so I'm kind of hoping you're probably right. I just want points taken away from Mansfield, points taken away in the crew match, and when we get to Stockport and the MK Dons for the late game, I'm going to assess what I want at that point in time because I don't want to fall into fourth. But at the same time, I like the idea of draws because you take away a point from the two teams that are chasing. 13 seconds off. We'll see how it goes early in the Wrexham match, and if we have to, I'll jump over to iFollow. I'd much prefer to stay with the zone, even though I don't get Mark. Maybe I do. Can I swap to away broadcasts? Maybe I need Mark. I might just do iFollow and keep it simple, assuming they'll let me. Cross into the box by Colchester. It's cleared out. Not Colchester. Mansfield cleared out. Mansfield has it now over on the left-hand side. Cargill looking to cross it over, and it gets blocked, and it's going to go out for I thought that was a corner, but they give it as a throw-in. Cargill's going to take the throw-in, but you'll have to let me know. That one looked like it went inside of the corner flag. Long throw in the Tozer type bomb, easily headed away by Colchester. Back and forth, just outside of the penalty area, right in front. And is that Fevrier has it? He's got Tovide up ahead of him. He's gonna run it right past the midfield stripe and down the entire length. He gets sheltered away by the Mansfield defender Bowery, and it just goes out harmlessly for a throw. Well, this is the first time I'm going to be live and in charge on Twitter when I see the lineup come in for the first time. As we sit, Team news is on the way. Cleared out. Still Mansfield with the pressure. 69th minute and pushing forwards. Hugo, do you know something that we don't? Am I 5 minutes behind? Because if I'm 5 minutes behind, I'm going to be upset. And also, prefer no spoilers. Or is that a prediction? They're certainly spinning here right now. Colchester with it. Flipped up into the air. Missed everybody, and it lands on the feet, and it's a bad pass forward. We'll take that sort of mess when we've got an opportunity for Mansfield to drop points. Nigel Clough searching for substitutes. Cargill's down, so we're going to get some recovery here. You never like to see that. He actually motioned down and went like this, which is the sound that you'd expect if something got tweaked or popped or did something, and he's clapping. It looks like he's going to be leaving. So yeah, McLaughlin's going to slide in for Cargill. 7 o'clock. Palmer starting. That's all that matters. First thing I go to is the bottom. So Ogonko, the back three stays the same. Cleworth, O'Connell, Boyle. Bolton gets to start over Barney, which we anticipated, with Cannon and O'Connor. Wait, what are we doing? No, Cannon, O'Connor, and Lee. So Young is out, O'Connor's in. So that's Bolton over Barney, midfield, Cannon, O'Connor, and Lee. And then on the left side, Mendy, because remember McLean is out with the suspension. And then up front, Mullen and Palmer are your combination. Tozer is our substitute in the back. McFadden draws in because he's the potential replacement for Bolton on the right-hand side. I really hope he doesn't see the pitch. Young is in the midfield, and then we have a 3-striker force selection in the substitutes. Dalby, Marriott, and Fletcher, and yeah, I'm about a minute behind. So I'm probably going to go do I follow for assuming that it'll let me. Otherwise, we're just going to be way behind for the watch party, which is just the circumstances I have to deal with. I guess I could always see, is it better on my phone? Am I allowed to log into multiple locations? The things you can test when you have this opportunity. If I go to the DAZN app, will it let me log into multiple streams? Arthur Reed corner. Oh, it was right there, headed down, and it was deflected away by a Mansfield defender, and it's going to go out for another one. That one was dangerous. And I'm further behind on the app, so we'll stay with the computer, and I've got to find some time to be able to pull up and make the changes to the graphics as I'm talking to you guys. And we can figure all that out, right? You guys will forgive me as we go through. Corners in, far post, way too far, but it's headed back in dangerously and then cleared by Mansfield. Colchester threatening, grabbed by Anderson, spun back around, and he's going to push, but he's all alone over there. 3 defenders. Somebody go and help the man. Leaving him on an island. It's no big deal. It's just 3 quality EFL defenders, and I'm going to take everybody on by myself. He gets to go again, but this time only against 2. But it gets cleared away to the center back. No support. No support. The apology on the broadcast. When you're watching football long enough that you don't even hear the curse words in the crowd that make it through the radio or the TV broadcast. All right, Hugo, have a good one. We'll see you when it's time. The lineup, I'm okay with that lineup. You let me know your thoughts. I'm going to try to update things as we go through and slowly tinker around in the background. So don't mind me. It's probably going to be annoying. The ticks get really picked up by that. All right. McGonigal, Cleworth, O'Connell, Boyle. Mansfield with it, but nice little defensive play over on the side to get it forward. And it's punched up through the centers. Tovide, like, that can't be a card. He was there first, well in advance, and the defender ran into him. Tell me I'm not seeing that. Davide slides. Well, okay, no, maybe he clipped him on the way first. I didn't see the initial clip from behind. Right there. Yeah, he gets him in the heel, so that's my miss. I thought that he had got there well in advance and the player collided with him. The reason why the player ended up going over top of him was because Tovide clipped him in the ankle with his boot before getting to the ball. And so that's Reed now hobbling around. He actually took a fairly decent shot. I thought that was a flop. It wasn't a flop. Reed, you legitimately got schmacked. Yeah, we got 15 minutes left. Plus, there's going to be some healthy injury time here. So it will be a while. And another player down. Yellow card again. The crowd, I do hear off in the crowd, but no such luck there. So interesting. Cannon looks, if the graphics are to be believed, Cannon's going to be drawing in defensively and TOC in the position that's usually held by Cannon. Do I have that correct? If the graphic means anything from our people as to the location of the midfielders, which it typically does. That first midfielder listed is usually the one who plays more defensively in back of that that three set midfielder defenders. It's forward and ooh, good save by Goodman. Got up and had to climb up to get it at the post, at the crossbar, and was able to get there. Yeah, the English under 21 international, but future Canadian. Throw in Colchester, left-hand side, just outside their area. Also interesting, for the first time in a long time, Canada's got a change in goalkeepers for tonight's game. I assume it's going to be Maxime Crepeau. But also surprised that Tom McGill at Brighton didn't draw in, but then that could just be because he hasn't played a lot this year. Mansfield turns it over midfield stripe, advancing the ball forward and over to the left-hand side. Cross in and headed away. Going to be a corner left-hand side for Mansfield. Do I call them the bad guys, even in a neutral match? There's the corner taken relatively quickly. Not cleared out. It's right outside 18-yard box. Pushed the last big call, but that was a flop. Touched in the back. Ooh. Well done by Flint, able to get there and sweep that one forward away from Tovide, who was streaking up forward. Oh, it was Reed, not Flint, with the good tackle. Oh yeah, that's a flop if I've ever seen a flop. Right on the outside, like basically standing at the edge of the 18-yard box, and he gets a little bit of contact and he just goes down like he was shot. Brunt needs to go back to acting classes, or at least recognize situational opportunities to end up taking the flop, because that wasn't it. Cross into the box, misses everybody. That was atrocious. We'll take it. Mansfield has to clear it all the way back to their center backs, and Flint runs over to grab it. Mansfield with it in their side of half, advancing the ball forward. And that was a WWE-style wrestling suplex move that was initially grabbed and picked up and then put the player back down, and they'll get a throw 18-yard box extended out. Colchester pulling out Tom Hubbard. Eavesdropping to see if the kids are awake. Multitasking, because if they wake up in time, I can get the grandparents over here from next door. And I don't know if that's them banging or the drums in my ears. Oh, they're awake. So see if we can get them over before I have to stir my wife to go and take care of them. So much going on. It's mass chaos. I'm trying to be entertaining here. I don't know if I am. A lot of flopping, says Brendan. Weather guy, I laughed at the language comment from the play-by-play guy. Corner from Mansfield, right-hand side. It's going to be a right-footed outswinger, and here she comes. Up in the air, far post, and flicked away by Colchester. Tovide, the last man, with the pace, able to beat him. He's all by himself, three guys up there. Hopefully, could he get the throw? Does it go out? Flag goes up, so well done by Tovide, taking some time and stealing an opportunity, letting that clock tick away for us as we're watching benefiting. Now, the other thing to talk about that we haven't about the Wrexham match is with Marriott drawing in the three strikers as options, and I sure as hell hope that Dalby's not going in. But if we fall behind and he goes in as a part of a 4-4-3, Colchester long ball in, just punched away by Pym, and there's a foul higher up in the box, and so it's going to be a free kick to Mansfield. But if Dalby ends up in a 4-4-3 in the 11th hour and we're down by a goal, I'm going to end up smashing things, I'm pretty sure. Andrew, how are you, sir? Oh, flip. What happened there? Ball into his feet. He pulled sort of a Marriott move where he went to go and grab it, and that quick little touch, and it spun the other ways. In the 82nd minute, it looks like Mansfield, they're getting roared on. The cheers are there. They're up and they're at him as it's moving forward. And I note the Castor advertisement flips over on the back. My vote for worst jersey manufacturer around. Forward ball to Davide. He's by himself. He's got Flint. Takes a shot from distance, and he hits the post. It was just touched over Pym's hand. He just got his hand, like it skipped right in front of him. Just hits his hand and almost went in there. Oh, that would have been something else. Tovide. That's a talking point, isn't it? That's a talking point for later. As we're getting to the usual point, 18 minutes away from when I normally log in. And that was Favre Colchester taking over possession. Midfield stripe. Tovide just gets dumped down. We're going to stick with it. McGeehan gets it over to the right-hand side, drawn back all the way back to the center backs. 83rd minute, time is ticking. I can see a lot of extra time being added here. And I haven't looked at the Grimsby lineup yet, which I still have to get in. From their last game, Cartwright still in, Malarkey still in, Rogers still in, Tharm still in, Hume still in, Clifton. Thompson and Green look like they've just swapped position. Nothing more than that for Green. 6 Thompson, Holohan still in, Obiku and Wilson. The exact same starting lineup for Grimsby is played in their last one and then turning to their bench. Eastwood in goal, or yes, Nawa stays up. Smith, Wood. That's the only change it looks like. Pike and Andrews is Isa. Mo Isa's brother comes out in place of Vernum. One sub and just on the bench. Back to the Mansfield Colchester match, as that makes it easy to do the graphics. Colchester calling for a penalty. Tovide rolling on the ground, punching the ground. He was there. He was running backwards, and ball was punched away. And no, you can't. I hate those as penalty calls because Pym punches the ball away, and then as a consequence of punching the ball away, he takes out Tovide. I mean, he got the ball first, non-scoring threat because he got there first. So you're going to give the penalty because he made contact after getting rid of the ball. I don't see it, but okay, Colchester corner. Let's have some set piece magic as the in-swinger comes from the other side. It's still up there, headed up in the air, and it's going to go over, and it's going to go for another corner. It's still there, headed, and oh, just Pim with an impressive save just to get that one over top of the bar. Going to be another corner from the other side as the time is running 86 a minute as that came in swinger, knocked down by a Colchester player to the foot of an attacker, and then Dolo header and didn't miss by much. I'm looking for the lineups to find the spelling of that player. Number 3, McLaughlin. Ooh, that is some pushing and shoving here. Looking for a foul. He's backed right into the box. Run him around the keeper. Whew. And then a flop, and the referees are going to finally come in and talk to them. And if you're Mansfield, why are you having this battle? He's going to pull them out a little bit. Like, why are you entertaining this? This is Lucas Akins for Manchester taking on Dallas and Lisbon. And Lakins doesn't make any sense to get involved in that because he just ended up being scolded and time goes off the clock. Looking almost like for the Olympico on that one with the cross in, and Pim comes out and grabs it, but they take off like 2 minutes there. Just having set piece practice. Yeah, the thing, Hugo Davis hasn't been impressing lately as Mansfield, into the box, blocked and knocked out. Dallas and Lisbon goes in from the pushing and shoving on one end, comes all the way back to the other, and ends up doing a sliding block to get in front of that shot right from a dangerous opportunity. I think Goodman was there with the angle in any event, but the question didn't get asked. Corner in, swinger up in the air, far post headed up in the air, but still needs to be cleared out of the box, and it is now knocked down and ran clear. 88th minute, we'll find out what we've got for extra time, which is turning out relatively well. The Rex collision off the ball. They give the foul to Tovide. Clark saying, "What are you talking about?" It's going to be a foul. Yeah, that's foolish. Yeah, that's a yellow. That should be a yellow to a red. I mean, Tovide reaches up over top of him and grabs him by the shoulder and rips him and pulls him down. And Clark's like, "What the hell? Useless play." And Colchester are going to do a sub and pull Tovide out. They are going to make a sub in any event. I don't know, Brendan, what do you think? That looked like that should have been yellow. Mansfield, it's dangerous. It's right there. 18-yard box, crossed, hammered, blocked. What a mess that was. Goodman with the save, collects it. 5 minutes. I missed how much extra time was being added because of the 6 minutes. I want to see that why the first one didn't go in. There was like 3 shot chances there. It was crossed in. Goodman didn't get a good one. He was wide open, and did he get clipped in the heels or did he just whiff on that attempt? Anyways, no penalty given. Goodman does like a full flip. No, he just miffed that. Did he whiff on that? Is that your thought? Because I don't think the player's taking a flop there. I think he either falls or he got clipped. He's in any event, and then it comes out right to another Mansfield attacker who does the kick, and Goodman collects. Brendan says, looked like a foul, but was a dive. If it was, he just barely got clipped. Anyway, we've got 5 minutes left. Glorious Goodman thumps it down the field for Colchester, and we look to, I don't even want to say it, look to do things. Both teams pushing forward. Mansfield with it now. Back heel kick standing, collected by Mansfield, but Colchester, Colchester has the ball. Clear who, obviously, I'm backing. Ian Dolo advances it forward, no touch. Oh, it was touched. So Ian Dolo, the 79th minute sub's going to have it. He's going to throw it in, and he's got it back right along the sideline, and it's kicked out again. Advance down to Ian Dolo to throw it in and take in their time. Chivers and Ian Dolo on that side. Ian Dolo with it. There's open space, 18-yard box, brought back out. Can we get a shot? Can we? There it is, and it's missed. Driven in, should have done better with that. That was the most recent. That was Chilvers, the most recent substitute that came in. I keep saying we. What the hell am I doing? Just because I want Mansfield to lose, so I've adopted Colchester for 4 minutes of my life. This is going to be a scoreline that hurts for FGR, looking to get out of that relegation battle. Further to what the color commentator was saying, is because this is their tough match left. FGR has got 5 tough ones starting next week. They play all of the top 5 in a consecutive 5-week run. So everybody's going to get a hungry FGR team trying to look to get out, but Colchester gets a bit of a reprieve because they've got some easier games coming as this is advanced forward 3 minutes into extra time. And thumped away by Colchester, and then touched by, and there's, Barry with a lazy little pass over to the right, and it allows Colchester to get up and just thump it down, and that's going to be 20 seconds off the clock as Pym has to go ahead and clear it. And are we going to let it go out for touch? It goes out for throw in. Bring it. Throw in Colchester. Mansfield's got it. Going to go down on the left-hand side. Colchester has it again. 18-yard box, push too far. It's going to just go uselessly for a goal kick. Flint to Barry there. Had the opportunity to take a thumping goal kick. Pym just decides to play it quickly, and Mansfield has it now, left-hand side. Long ball down the left side. Scramble for it. Mansfield player falls. Colchester collects and gives it away. Anderson loses possession, left-hand side, and there's still a battle as it approaches the 18-yard box. There's a nice little flop. Interesting. Mansfield looking to try and make a substitute in the 11th hour. Bring somebody on. Colchester with it, last minute, and they've got possession. They're going to go all the way down the left-hand side. Oh, steal one. That would be amazing. Chivers, the substitute, with it in the box. He gets shoulder barged, and it goes down, and he's not going to give that with everything else it was given, but then given away. Horrible clear. Reed gets it over to Iandolo. Iandolo left-hand side. Gets it back to Dawson Lisbon. And it's forwarded down, and that's going to be Chilvers on the left-hand side. Cross into the box, cleared away by Flint. And here comes the last gasp for Mansfield. 6-minute mark coming up. Foul there with a flop. It goes out. It gets the free kick. He's allowing the substitute. So this is going to have to be the last gasp from the midfield stripe, and on the right hand side, right up against the touchline, is where that free kick went. And interestingly, they didn't bomb it down; they just get it to Flint, and Flint there with the long ball. That should be collectible, but it's not by Goodman. Instead, it falls short, and Colchester grabs it, clears it, and whistle. Stop it, slow it down. 2 points dropped by Mansfield, and we will take that every single day around. Breathe. Excellent. And I'm not going to stick around. There's 7:26 until we jump on over to the Wrexham one in 34 minutes. I've got to go do some biological things. I've got to change some graphics around. And so we're going to attend to that. I'll jump off the stream here, get back on as soon as I am able, but no real time to go and figure that out. We'll just get at it, and away we go. All right. I'll see you guys in a little bit over at the other link. So